At Meishu-sama's birthday Sampai on December 23, 1971, the Taiko drum piece Makoto Nori was performed for the first time. It was the beginning of Shumei's Taiko activity. Makoto-sama, who was Shumei's president, strongly felt that Taiko's dynamic sounds helped harmonize members' prayers with the divine light of Meishu-sama. Later, Makoto-sama came up with the idea to celebrate Meishu-sama's centennial birth Sampai on December 23, 1982, with a 100 Taiko drum performance. To make this unprecedented performance possible, in August 1982, Makoto-sama sent 7 young members, including Koji-sensei, to a professional Taiko group called Ondekoza.
Before departing for the training, I had the chance to meet Kaishu-sama and Mikoto-sama. Kaishu-sama encouraged us, saying, "The arts are the strict and difficult path. Make sure you learn with your body, not only with your mind."
In December, they joined the rest of the performers on Kashima Island and began training together. Since most of the performers were just beginners, intensive practice was very much needed. Several days before the historic Sampai, all 100 performers arrived in Misano and began rehearsal. No matter how carefully they practiced, since they were divided into 2 groups and positioned 130 feet apart, it was extraordinarily challenging for them to play in harmony. They failed again and again and lost their confidence.
In this desperate situation, Yutaka Hashimoto, the leader of all the performers, stood firm. "Our mission is to dedicate our performance as a prayer to God. Our performance may not be the best musically, but let's offer it to Meishu-sama with our Makoto." His conviction changed the pessimistic mood. Now everyone's eyes lit up. Then, on December 23, 1982, the grand dedication ceremony for Meishu-sama Hall was held. Those selected 100 Taiko performers united their hearts together and offered their performance to celebrate Meishu-sama's centennial birthday. Miraculously, the 100 drums harmonized beautifully from the beginning to the end during the 1-hour-long performance.
Thus, Shumei's Taiko activity began. From the first performance, its direction was set forth clearly. Shumei Taiko is dedicated to God, and with the blessing of Meishu-sama, its sounds brings about miracles.
Eugene Sensei and some members really wanted to hear the sound of Makoto Nori. After I was given this new mission, I finally played the first Makoto Nori at the anniversary ceremony at the Pasadena Center in 1997. One of the Shumei members, Robert Mercado, was very interested in learning Taiko, so I decided to start a class for him. After a year, miraculously, he had mastered his first song and was fascinated by the wonderful power of Taiko. After that, young people started to show an interest in Taiko, and one after the other joined the class. Their enthusiasm for Taiko exceeded my expectations. The mysterious power of Taiko transcended generational gaps and connected our hearts. We worked together to raise the energy of everyone.
Taiko transformed my life in Shumei because it gave me a way to more easily access and understand and incorporate Shumei philosophy into my daily life, and it really helped me to grow and develop as a teen into young adulthood, and it was also just so much fun.
Creststone's Taiko activities began in 2003 when a former member of Shumei Taiko held a Taiko workshop in response to many locals' requests. That was the beginning. After that, a Crestone staff member had the opportunity to learn from Taiko master Mr. Koji Nakamura.
It's really changed my life. I love the mysticism in the world, and the drum to me represents one of the celestial instruments, the heart. So every time I go to practice and go to Sampai before practice, my heart just keeps opening and opening, and there's just so much love that comes through. So Taiko to me is just one of the most profound ways of being devotional in art.
Omni, which stands for One Miracle in New York, is a very fitting name for our group because we started with just 3 Taiko players practicing on car tires to at one point 20 Taiko players from both Shumei and non-Shumei members of diverse backgrounds. We had many blessings as a team, and it's such an honor to have Taiko, to use Taiko to build a mini heaven on earth.
The sound of taiko drumming is akin to the heartbeats, the first sound you hear while in the womb, and it echoes through the body like the pulse of life. Shumei's taiko uses this sacred sound as an offering of our spirit. It is our spirit that resonates through the sound waves and into the hearts of all. When Koji-sensei brought taiko to Shumei, New York, my spirit heeded the call, though my 9-year-old consciousness hadn't yet understood its more profound significance. Over time, I realized that taiko is the sound of joy, and our spirits are shouting out in gratitude to God.
I started to learn taiko when I lived in Crestone, Colorado. 1 year later, I moved to Pennsylvania, and amazingly, there were a few taiko drums and space for practice. Why not start a taiko group here? It was the beginning of Iroha Taiko. I think taiko practice is also spiritual practice, so we chant and share joy before starts class.
I feel very blessed and honored to take Taiko lessons at Pennsylvania Shumei Center. It makes me feel centered and makes me feel peace in my heart.
It has the power to inspire audiences and your fellow members, yourself, when you're on stage and you with the audience and your members for one day, for one moment, we come together. It's a collaboration. We are one for a moment, are trying to help them up, and you create this connection because when it is truly pure, when it's truly 150% from heart and intention, sincerity, no ego, just complete, it's almost like a meditative state. And that's true, that's the feeling of Makoto that I felt. And we want to continue to spread that as inspired by Shumei and Koji Sensei. We want general members to feel this, to experience this.
Practicing taiko helps us deepen our spirituality, leading us to be more in alignment with the divine. We can closely connect with each other through the sounds of taiko drums, which transcend different generations, races, and nationalities. As a spiritual practice, we will continue to perform taiko to bring light to the world through its positive vibrations.